Nice. It's getting late. Where to now?
Cultured people love visiting here.
I'd rather go into battle than wait around in Realm Keeping Commission meetings. Yes, you have extraordinary skills, and you earned her trust when you rescued her. You rescued her from the Marastruck. I'd say she's forever in your debt. If you go see her, I'm sure she won't run away. Here's the situation. Lady Bailu, the Vidyadhara Dragon Lady, has escaped from the Alchemy Commission again. I say again because the Realm Keeping Commission has seen more than a few of her bad-tempered escapes. It used to be the duty of the Realm Keeping Commission to go after her and take her back to the Alchemy Commission. But this time is different. Because of the Stellaron crisis, we're constantly short of manpower. Besides, even if we catch the Dragon Lady, we can't take her back anytime soon. I don't know if you heard, but someone locked down the delves connected to the Alchemy Commission. Now nobody can get in or out. It's completely cut off. Something very fishy is going on. I'd like you to help with two things. First, find the Dragon Lady, and take care of her until the Alchemy Commission delves are reopened. Don't lose sight of her. The second thing might be a bit hard to understand. I want you to stop her from treating the Marastruck. You're the distinguished guest of General Jingliu and Diviner Fu Shen. As such, you'll also have the full trust of the Realm Keeping Commission. Oh, one more thing. There's a lot of suspicion surrounding the Alchemy Commission these days. If you discover someone from the Commission on the hunt for the Dragon Lady, watch your step. Great.
Drop by the Realm Keeping Commission if you need me.
Lady Bailu, I told you to follow my plan. You draw attention when you use your powers, and we still have to take care of the matter at hand.
I was only tending to the sick. Besides, you weren't even here just now. Where did you go?
You know full well about my situation, Lady Bailu. If there are people from the Ten Lords Commission present in the plaza, then... Who are you? You're not a Ten Lord Spiritfarer. Why are you trying to frighten people?
I only left the Alchemy Commission for an official medical visit. There's nothing more to it, okay? The nurse here can vouch for me.
Easy, Lady Bailu. She's clearly not from the Alchemy Commission either.
Then don't scare me like that. Huh. Wait a minute. I've seen you before. In the plaza, found at Bailu those Mara struck. You rescued me, right? It was you! You came just in time! Bansia, you said you don't know the way from here, right? This girl's no pushover. She'll be able to help.
No, Lady Bailu. I don't trust her. Please leave us. I'm taking care of Lady Bailu. You don't need to worry.
You two, stop arguing! I think there's someone from the Alchemy Commission over there! You! Help us hide first! We'll talk later.
You'd be a tool to miss it.
Lady Bailu, this way.
Coming! Help us get rid of him, please! We'll have plenty of time to talk later.
I'll ask first and then decide what to do.
I don't believe in ghosts.
You there! Excuse me. I want to ask you something. You're not the only one. Can you at least hear me out first? Have you seen a woman wearing an Alchemy Commission uniform? She was about the same height as you. I think she was heading towards the jetty. We walk the same path, but it would seem she's hiding from me. Very well, thank you. I'll head over to the jetty. And why's that? Say, now that you know who I'm looking for, why don't you tell me who you are?
Strike apart! Rules are made to be broken. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Bladed flight!
There's more to this Alchemy Commission doctor than meets the eye. I wonder if I can glean more clues from him. That's an Alchemy Commission doctor's uniform, all right. Dahao did say there was suspicion surrounding the Alchemy Commission. That's an Alchemy Commission doctor's uniform, all right. Dahao did say... I'd better take this. I'd better take this. Or maybe that's not necessary. Feels like I'm still missing an important clue. More investigation needed. That's an Alchemy Commission doctor's uniform. Dahao did say there was... I'd better take this. I'd better take this. Or maybe that...
I don't believe in
Nobody home! You're back! Does that mean we're safe now? We're coming out! What happened? That man wanted to catch me and take me back to the Alchemy Commission, right? I knew it! See, I told you this girl was trustworthy.
Thank you for helping us. But I'm worried you being here could just complicate matters further. Please leave us be.
Huh? Why were they looking for Miss Bancia? That can't be right. They must have been looking for me.
How can I prove the doctor from the Alchemy Commission was looking for Banxia? Wait a minute. I'll keep looking. Does this prescription really have anything to do with Banxia? Wait a minute. I'll keep looking. Here's the proof.
This letter.
Wait, I've heard of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Aren't they those crazy followers that worship the Mara Struck and the Plague's author? But Bancia's nothing like them. She wanted me to treat the Mara Struck.
Lady Bailu, you promised you wouldn't tell anyone about that.
Wanted her to treat the Mara struck? Suspicious. Could she be a disciple of Sanctus Medicus? I wonder if I have any evidence. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is a prescription from the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Bailu, can you take a look?
The handwriting on this prescription is exactly the same as the one you gave to me. Bancia, are you really from the disciples of Sanctus Medicus? Huh? You're a liar! A great big liar!
I'm sorry, Lady Bailu. I am a member of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, and that doctor from the Alchemy Commission was sent to catch me. But I never meant to harm Lady Bailu. On the contrary, by taking her away from that place, I was protecting her. I made a deal with Lady Bailu before we escaped. We have an urgent task to complete. Please, don't take her away.
I should ask Bailu what she thinks about all this first.
Treating wounds and diseases is one thing. Curing the evils of humanity? There I was thinking, someone helped me escape the Alchemy Commission because they genuinely wanted to help me. Enough. Being angry will stunt my growth. Let's put this behind us.
I'm sorry I wasn't honest with Lady Bailu, but I had no other choice. I asked her to save my beloved. In return, I helped her escape from the Alchemy Commission. I broke many of the Vidyadhara's laws, and the Alchemy Commission is bound to punish me. But I just can't let my beloved die.
She hid everything from me, but I promised her I'd save her beloved. After all these years, I'm still not used to seeing people suffer.
Lady Bailu,
Bancia, tell us what you want to do next.
I I can't let the disciples of Sanctus Medicus or the Ten Lords Commission find us. We need to find a way to get to Cloudford without drawing their attention.
I'm Guang Da, an orderly from the Realm Keeping Commission. If you have an urgent issue, please go to the Chancery. Huh? Aren't you the healer lady?
Shh.
The Xianzhou did away with all that nonsense eras ago. If it's official business you're here about, you'll need to go to the Chancery. Da Hao and Song Yan should be there. I'm just an orderly. As for anything concerning the Dragon Lady, I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do. Hey, keep it down. You've got it wrong. That's not my ship, it's my friend's. My friend has a Starskiff travel permit and can help you leave quickly. I'm not the one who owns the ship.
Just cut to the chase. Can we take the ship or not?
Yes, you can, but please keep it down. I can take you there if the price is right. I mean, my friend can take you there. So, relax, How about it? Shall we set off?
Liaomu. I must see him.
Bansia, your symptoms are getting worse. I have some soothing tonic in my gourd. Would you like some before we set off?
Thanks, Lady Bailu. But we can't delay any longer. I told Liaomu to hide in a Cloudford shipping container. I couldn't let the disciples of Sanctus Medicus find him. Because I promised Liaomu I'd bring him an elixir of immortality. To make him one of the people of the Xianzhou like me.
You know that's one of the Shenchou's 10 unpardonable sins, right?
Yes. But I knew nothing about the treachery of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus back then. I only knew that people in the Alchemy Commission were involved in ancient clandestine medicines. But I was wrong. It wasn't a blessing of immortality. Not even a poor imitation.
They were turning humans into monsters, weren't they?
Short-lived species are expendable to those maniacs. They use them in experiments to develop their medicines. I don't have much time left. And I only have one solution left. That's right. Lady Bailu, you still remember our deal, right?
You helped me escape the Alchemy Commission, I save your sweetheart.
Thank you, Lady Bailu. The place we arranged to meet up is ahead. Let's go. I can't forget. I must get there.
This is bad. She's starting to lose touch with reality. The soothing tonic might not work anymore. This calls for shock treatment.
How can that be? Where is he? We agreed to meet here. My head. How can that be?
Let her rest here for a while. I'll think of something. Try not to move, Banzia.
He's not here. We still need to find him.
Nurse, get a hold of yourself. Doctor's orders. Can you see if there are any clues nearby? I don't think Bansia's sweetheart would leave for no reason. Leave the patient to me. I'm the healer lady of the Alchemy Commission, after all.
Let's start with this area and see if we can find any clues nearby. It looks like Banshia's sweetheart was tracked by the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and had to switch location. I should go and tell Banshia and Bailu.
What happened? Did you find any clues?
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus already had their eye on this place. I just hope he's okay. Let's keep walking.
No way. Do you know how bad your condition is? Don't worry. I'll find Young Mu and treat him. Send Bansia back to the apothecary in Starskip Haven.
No. I know exactly how bad my condition is. That's why I've changed my mind. I want to see him one last time. You'll help me, right? I have a favor to ask you. You've seen for yourself how dangerous the Mara Struck can be. If the time comes, please protect the Dragon Lady. Thank you. I'm glad to hear you say that.
I caught sight of a lot of disciples in the area just now.
I'm a traitor to them. They won't stand idly by if they lay eyes on me. If you can't fend them off,
Swords descend! Bladed flight! Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Lady Bailu, I can't go on anymore.
He isn't waiting for us here. Did he hide somewhere else?
Lady Bailu, watch out!
There you are. Z clearly failed then. Oh, and if it isn't the Dragon Lady, trying to make up for past sins, are we?
Blah, blah, blah. I've heard enough out of you already. If it's a beating you want, allow me to do the honors.
I'll deal with you in a moment, little girl. Men, take the traitor and make sure you get the list from her. Is that how you beg for mercy? What the heck are you doing? Where is everyone? Seize them!
Are you giving me an order?
You!
Karmic atonement.
A Ten Lords Commission judge?
rules are made to be broken.
This Ten Lords Commission judge packs a punch. But Bansia, you...
Shh. If she notices my symptoms, she won't hesitate.
Why are the disciples of Sanctus Medicus pursuing you? I only see two of you in Alchemy Commission attire. You, girl, raise your head. You have a wandering look in your eyes. A Mara-struck look, perhaps?
Help us, Miss Judge! We only just managed to escape before the delves were locked down. Those evil men have been chasing us. This nurse is so scared she can barely stand.
Madam Shui, the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been found in the southwest of Cloudford.
This place isn't secure. You should leave immediately. Soldiers, see them on their way.
That's the strangest judge I've ever come across. Bansia, are you alright?
I made it this far. I won't go back without seeing him one last time.
Let's go this way and see if we can avoid those cloud knights. There are Cloud Knights and Disciples of Sanctus Medicus over there.
There are armed villains up ahead. If you're not on duty here, return to the city for your own safety.
He's right behind that door. We're almost there.
But there are Cloud Knights stationed there. Wait, I have an idea. Hey, don't cause a commotion, or the judge will be on our case again for sure. Didn't we pass some soldiers resting on the way over here? You know, the place where the Cloud Knights and the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus fought. You said it, not me. A spot of emergency treatment in exchange for some armor. Sounds fair to me.
Let's do what Lady Bailu suggested.
There are armed villains up ahead. If you're not on duty, there are armed villains up ahead.
There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Just tell them your soldiers guiding me back to the Alchemy Commission. They won't know any better.
Halt! What's with the kid?
Surely, you know the healer lady of Alchemy Commission.
She does have horns and a tail. I heard the Dragon Lady likes to sneak away from the Commission, but I never thought I'd have the honor of seeing her in person.
the Alchemy Commission?
Is the nearest harbor up ahead?
That's right. You don't seem very well, soldier. We have a military doctor up ahead.
Don't worry. I have the dragon lady with me.
I still want to play. I'm hungry. Don't take me back. I don't want to go back. I'm not going back.
Access granted. Good work, soldiers.
Thank you.
How was that? Wasn't my acting amazing? Let me tell you, a performance like that requires a lot of temper tantrum practice. Hey! If I hadn't pretended to cry, you wouldn't have got through the sentry post. By the way, what's taking Bansia so long?
Why can't I take off my helmet? Why is my voice like this? Can you help me check? It feels like something's caught.
But she still has the senses.
Lady Bailu, is this a result of your healing? Thank you. If it weren't for you,
Don't thank me. It's my fault. I couldn't preserve you the way you were.
you can't cure someone stricken with Mara. It's already a miracle that I still have my senses. That I can talk to you. Hey. Do you still remember what I said earlier? If the time comes... Let's go. While I still have my senses. Wait. I feel a bit dizzy.
What should I do? Serious imbalances of yin and yang? Cold and heat?
I just need a rest. Lady Bailu. Don't forget our deal.
Stop calling it a deal! I made a promise. I'll heal him. Don't worry.
I'm so sorry. It's because of me that all of you are in danger.
Enough talk. Here, I'll pour the medicine through the helmet.
Thank you, Lady Bailu. But I can't feel the gap between my skin and the helmet anymore.
We've arrived. Is he not here either?
He's cautious by nature. Do you remember his note? He told me to come alone.
But you already...
He won't show himself if you're here. I'll call out to him. Please, you two, find somewhere to hide. Remember our promise.
I remember. Let's go.
Leon, no!
Monster!
Leon! No!
Help!
Oh no! Let's hurry over!
I can't hold on any longer. Do it! Don't forget.
I promise.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Do you think she saw him one last time? Grown-ups are complicated, huh? Let's keep heading in this direction until we find him.
Are you from the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus? Or the Ten Lords Commission? Don't touch me! I didn't do anything!
That's right. I'm here to heal you.
You're finally here. First, I was being chased by the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Then I ran into the Cloud Knights. Then I thought I heard Banchia's voice, but I ran straight into a monster. What a day. But if Banchia sent you, then where is she? Isn't she with you?
What do you think? Should we tell him the truth?
What? That monster armed to the teeth? That was Banchia? You're lying.
It's true. She had to disguise herself in order to meet you.
How is that possible? Could you take me there? Just to confirm. This is Banchia? This hideous creature?
Hey! I know you're probably in shock, but...
She changed out of her original clothes, right? Ugh. There's no point in searching the body then. Did she give you any secret boxes or letters?
Search? For what?
You don't know? Ugh, she left me with nothing! Was she playing me this whole time? The list of the names of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. With that list, I'd be able to blackmail the disciples into giving me the elixir of immortality. Or I could submit the list to the Cloud Knights to avoid banishment from the Xianzhou. That woman promised me countless times. In the end, I finally trusted her. I genuinely thought she'd offer me change. But in the end, she failed at the most important hurdle. Or maybe she failed from the very beginning. She probably lied to you too. Of course not. I have more important matters in places other than the Xianzhou. Elixirs and immortality are just a means to an end. I won't stay on the Luofu. Sweetheart? That was her wishful thinking. I wasn't interested in the slightest. No way. You thought so too?
Heal.
What?
Let me heal you, so I never have to lay eyes on you
Huh?
Move away from Bansia! Now!
Ridiculous. That woman tricked all of us. You should have told her to take up.
Shut your mouth! I'm so furious! I healed him. But for the next 30 years, he'll hiccup uncontrollably every day. What? He deserved it. Anyway, do you know any good hiding places? I'm still on the run. Express? What's that? The Xianzhou is still in a mess. I better stay in Starskip Haven for the time being. I'm sure there'll be fevers and headaches to take care of before long. Bansia asked me if I like treating people. Like I said, it's as easy as eating and drinking for me. I don't like or dislike it. But this whole incident has made me wish I knew more about the Mara struck. Thank you. Maybe meet again at the food stalls of Starskip Haven. Bye!
Wheeltide Spring.
Everything okay? Huh? Why is D-Ting talking to you? I've always been nice to cute little animals. I think I'm a better fit, that's all. Never mind. No need to get offended. The first time we met D-Ting was during the Kafka hunt. I could tell there was a mysterious connection between us. Whenever he barked, I understood what he wanted to say. For example, woof woof, woof 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 woof. Meaning, hello dear, I found a strange thing at the port of Cloudford. You may want to come and have a look for yourself. D-Ting can convey a lot of information with only a few sounds. So what did D-Ting find at the port? Come on, let's go check it out. Little D-Ting says he's been dutifully searching for clues all over the Xianzhou. He notified us as soon as he found something strange. So what does he want us to take a look at?
Yanqing, retainer to General Jingliu. I'm in active pursuit of a fugitive. The situation is unpredictable and developing rapidly, so I planted this Jade Tracer to record my whereabouts, in case I lose contact. If anyone finds this tracer, please take it to the seat of Divine Foresight, so the Cloud Knights have the necessary intel to act swiftly.
So it's a recording device. D-Ting must have heard its signal and called us over here to investigate. He looks about 8 or 9 years old, and he's already the General's retainer? This
Tianzhou really does have some child prodigies, huh? Given everything that's been happening on the Tianzhou recently, I reckon the only fugitive worthy of a retainer's attention would be a Stellaron hunter. I wonder how he's getting along.
Blade tracking entry. Traces run cold at Starskiff Haven. I'll have to ask the Cloud Knights in the area if they saw anything. Captain, could you spare a moment?
Yanqing? Why are you all the way out here on the front lines? Shouldn't you be back at the seat of divine foresight?
The General already has a lot on his plate. As his retainer, it's my duty to share the burden. Nothing new to report, I assume?
Correct. After this Blade escaped from the shackling prison, he disappeared into thin air. I wonder if he's even still on the ship.
Or perhaps he had no intention of escaping in the first place.
What foul demons found their way across the stars to wreak havoc on the Luofu?
That's why I'm here, to help the General eliminate those demons.
Is that so? I didn't receive any orders from the General.
This is a covert operation.
Then shall we dispatch a few knights for this operation of yours?
I appreciate the gesture, but the fewer people who know about a covert operation, the better. Making a big show of it will only scare the snake deeper into the grass. A good hunter must operate alone. Dispatch a few knights. How incapable does he think I am? I might be young now, but just you wait. If the Psycrane hadn't been damaged, we could have extracted some footage. It's no longer an option. Yeah! The perimeter is well guarded, but there are no traces of the fugitive passing through. It seems he has no intention of leaving the Luofu for the time being. The Master Diviner is always boasting about her foresight. Didn't manage to foresee this disaster, did she? The Skyfaring Commission really made a mess of this. Who knows if we'll ever find all these missing ships? Starskiffs are blocked from entering or exiting. There's no way the fugitive got through. But if he fled toward the interior of the ship, it'll be hard to track him down over such a vast area. A fugitive would still have to rely on starskiffs to travel between different delves. If we start by investigating the starskiff he stole, maybe we can get a lead. Guess it's back to the docks again. Looks like the influence of the Stellaron spirits is growing. What's this? This kind of wound is not the work of a Cloud Knight. The best prey is one that leaves traces. Here, Jingliu, let's follow the scent. Civilians are still getting attacked? Where are the Cloud Knights? Hey, don't panic! I'll get you out of there! Strike with heart!
Your end approaches. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Blade and flash!
Savor it for me. Bloom. Stand down. Receive divinity. Repay.
Strike with heart!
Failed to send you.
Huh? They were on their feet a second ago.
Thank you for your assistance, young man.
Just doing my job. The port has been sealed off. Why are you here alone?
I came with a merchant ship. The shadows of old friends have returned to my thoughts of late. I came to reunite with them and relive old times. Who would have imagined the Luofu could become such a dangerous place?
You chose a bad time to visit, I'm afraid. There's been an incident. It won't take long for the General to fix it, though. This place isn't safe. We should head to the nearest Cloud Knight garrison. By the way, did you see a man with long hair and black clothes around here? You can't see? Apologies. I thought... My name is Yanqing. I'm registered with the Cloud Knights. And your name is?
Jingliu.
Nice to meet you. Miss Jingliu? Allow me to lead the way. We might have to take a bit of a detour, but I promise to get you to the Cloud Knight safely.
Where exactly are we headed, young man?
To the docks. Don't worry, you'll be safe. Let's get going, miss. Careful. Take your time.
Where do we go from here?
Shh, quiet. We've got trouble to deal with first. Wait here a moment, miss. I'll be right back. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Carve the perfect time. Use your blood. Celestial traces.
Little one? This little one is about to teach you a big lesson. Where did these guys come from? Huh, the General was right. There's a threat lurking on the Xianzhou itself.
You are quite the sword master, young man.
You saw that?
I heard it. A sword whistles through the air and rings out upon contacting the enemy. Whilst invisible to the eye, such signals reveal the quality of one's swordplay. As a musician listens to the notes of a song, so a poet listens to its rhyme. And in the flow of combat, a skilled swordmaster delivers both with their blade. I'll wager the Cloud Knights capable of wielding 6 flying swords at a time. Number few, indeed.
Thanks, miss.
However, your zealousness inhibits your ability to hide your line of attack,
Huh?
which causes your sword's song to become somewhat mumbled at the end.
I guess the connection between music and swordplay is real after all. The general told me something similar. He said my swordplay was too proud and angular. He said it lacked the maturity required to win the title of Sword Champion.
Sword Champion. If I recall correctly, that title is bestowed on one who reaches the pinnacle of swordsmanship in the Cloud Knights. But that was a long time ago.
Right! Ever since the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, the title of Sword Champion has gone unclaimed. But once everything settles down and the combat art ceremony returns, it's a title I'm determined to win.
The Cloud Knights have many martial arts traditions. Who was it that instructed you in swordplay, young man?
I see you're no stranger to the art. I won't keep you in suspense. My master is none other than General Jingyuan of the Luofu.
General.
I know you haven't visited for a long time, but surely you've heard of General Jingyuan. He says he has no affinity with the sword, that his skills are getting rusty. Well, if that's true, I never noticed from his training. Alright, the coast is clear. Let's keep moving. The Starskiff voyage log can be accessed through the dock navigator array. Active Starskiff. There! This one goes past the Divination Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Well, my work here is finished. Now to make sure you get to a safe destination.
Given the present circumstances, the Cloud Knight Garrison probably isn't a safe destination. Wouldn't you say?
Correct. So we're not going there. I'm taking you to the shackling prison. Safe, well-guarded, plenty of food, and a place to sleep.
Young man, if you wish to apprehend someone, shouldn't you have a reason?
Suspicious behavior and half-truths. Those alone are reason enough. You think you can fool me just because I'm a child? A sealed-off port with a stranded passenger? Unlikely. Not to mention you walking the whole way here without so much as a stumble. You can see as well as I can. The biggest giveaway was your comment about my swordplay. Correctly guessing the number of swords from the sound alone? You'd have to be more than human. You're not blind at all, are you?
I never claimed to be. You came up with that yourself. Fear not, young man. I hold no grievance against you, and have never held ill intent towards the Xianzhou. The black veil covering my eyes is merely proof of my resolve to never look back, to never fall again into Mara and destruction. I came here to catch one person. It's quite fortunate that our paths have crossed.
The one you're looking for. Is it Blade?
He goes by Blade nowadays. A fitting name for someone who dedicated his mind and body to the ways of the sword. Take me to him, young man. You are no match for me, and therefore, no match for Blade either. Let me accompany you. There is no need to throw your life away.
We've not even drawn swords yet, and you declare yourself the winner? Let me offer you a word of advice. Don't underestimate me.
I was hoping to avoid a conflict with the Cloud Knights. How about this? Let's have ourselves a little contest. We can use the abominations that have infested the Luofu as target practice, and see whose sword can slay more and slay faster.
And if I win?
Then I will obediently follow you to the Shackling prison and receive whatever judgment awaits me there. Don't worry, I'll keep my end of the bargain. But if I win, you have to share Blade's whereabouts with me. Fair enough?
A Cloud Knight never gambles with official business. But in any case, you won't beat me.
I admire your confidence. But what was it you said earlier about declaring a winner before swords were drawn? It would seem we've cleared every abomination from the area. Let's find another location and continue our contest. May the best swordmaster win. This place is brimming with Mara, the perfect environment for honing one's skills. Surely slaying abominations doesn't count as gambling with official business?
How do we tell who's won?
We go from here to the end of the path without leaving a speck of abomination behind us. The first one to the end wins.
Deal.
Lead the way.
What if you're just using this as a chance to escape?
Jingliu trained you, all right.
Show me what you got.
Your end approaches. Bloom. Stand down.
Strike the punch!
Savor it for me.
Where did she go? I didn't even see you overtake me.
Too slow, young man.
But how is that possible?
What kept you this time? You'll need to work harder. Otherwise, you won't even catch me in a... I haven't had this much fun in a long time. A long time has passed since I wielded this sword. The heat of combat nearly cast me into the darkness. Come, young man. I'll let you finish up. I'll let you make 3 moves. Draw your sword. Don't you know it's rude to keep an elder waiting?
Strike with
Hesitant, weak. What happened to that confidence of yours? My turn. Once you draw your sword, you must strike down your adversary in one blow without turning back. Jingliu taught you how to slay abominations. But did he ever teach you how to deal with the Mara struck? The answer is, there is no difference. The sword pierces the body and severs its life. This sword came for your...
Enough!
Your final move was the only one that didn't disappoint.
I lost?
Our contest has not yet come to a conclusion. For I have yet to make my final move, and the field has no opponent. Unsheathing this sword without merit is to blaspheme the divine will of the Rainbow Arbiter and invite calamity.
You...
Even with your strength, if you were to cross paths with Blade, it would mean death for you. I can give you a more dignified end than dying at his hands. To die as a swordmaster, having witnessed the perfection of my technique, refined 1,000 times over. What say you to that, young man? You have courage.
I deflected it?
I'll take those records you found. Thank you, young man. That move was a token of my appreciation. We were fated to meet this day, and in days to come.
This mysterious woman also wants to find the whereabouts of Blade. No matter what she wants to do with the fugitive, she must not be allowed to get to him first. I have to pick up the pace. No matter what she wants to do with the fugitive, she must not be allowed to get to him first. I have to pick up the pace.
That move was a
No, I have to pick up the...
And that's the end? There's nothing else in the operations log? That Jingliu seems pretty dangerous. The Stellaron crisis sure has attracted a lot of strange people to the Law Fu. Shouldn't we hand this over to Qing Yuan as soon as possible?
It's getting late. Where to now?
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
Without a doubt. This Jade Tracer belongs to Yanqing. I can't thank you enough. Thank you again for your help, friends from the Express. The situation remains unpredictable, so take care. I hope to be able to drink and talk freely with you once again, when everything is settled.
Being surrounded by the universe feels amazing. The Luofu feels like a small corner of something much, much bigger. Yeah, all the challenges of everyday life seem to disappear when you gaze out into the universe. All right, then I'll be here to bother you more often in the future. I bet there are so many opponents out there in the universe just waiting for me to find them.
What is it? Do you need something? There's no signature, and it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them. The handwriting does seem like that of a swordmaster, but Blade would have gotten straight to the point. It's an invitation, all right, but this is too mysterious to be him. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Danfeng's past should be handled with care. Just as I thought, there was more than met the eye. Letting her leave first was a wise choice. I can't put her in danger again because of this. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of divine foresight. I need to ask Jingliu about the Stellaron hunters.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring. Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days. However, I never thought Jingliu would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Huh? I've got my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't Don Hung.
Greetings. I need to speak to the General about something.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100 years' salary if they like.
The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I'm here to ask the General about the Stellaron Hunters.
You came at a bad time. The General is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Hung, do you recognize the person on the steps?
I can't say that I know her, but she does look a little familiar. Is she a guest of the General's?
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is Jingliu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Luofu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the General's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazon, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jingliu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in. Her surrender came with one condition, that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jingliu actually agreed. Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jingliu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
Imbibitor Lune, you're here. Since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me? Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime, Don Hung? When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the shackling prison. I thought Imbibitor Lune had been wiped from this world, but then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, It was a magnificent sight to behold.
I recognize you, but I can't remember anything. The memories of my past life are like shattered glass. I can't piece together the reality from the individual shards.
I can't remember the words of every person who hopes to escape their past. The Vidyadhara rebirth normally erases all memory of the previous life. However, you have retained fragments of your past, as well as the powers of the High Elder. If my guess is correct, the Preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibitor Lunay's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the Moltene rebirth, and turned you into what you are now.
Imbibitor Lunay's actions affected many. Are you here to set things straight?
I, too, am a criminal. What right have I to deliver punishment? I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago. Jingyuan has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes? I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Luofu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Luofu did not possess what I was looking for. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer? You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Juming artisan Yanqing, and the unmatched stratagem of the General. The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jingliu.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer, regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life. Accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Baihung, the Foxian pilot?
Baihung? I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Imbibiter Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I think she was one of Imbibiter Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibiter Lunae and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. Ah, I remember now. I've seen Baihung's name in books before.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Hey, I don't read much, but the General forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Star Skiff. The author's name was Baihung.
That's right. Baihung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few star skiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events, inauspicious ones at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions. However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide. Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Star Skiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated. The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long. See? The Starskiff is complete.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Baiheng in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her. Imbibitor Lune, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
Did Dan Feng fight alongside you?
Yes, the High Elder was held in higher regard. The Cloud Knights became wary after learning of Dan Feng's imminent arrival. General Tang Xiao called for me to guarantee the safety of the troops. But Baiheng didn't care about any of that. She believed that the High Elder was mortal and no different from the soldier next to her. You ran a fair share of errands for her when she was still around. Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Baiheng, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in Imbibitor Lune. You couldn't accept that Baiheng was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone. There is no need to respond, Imbibitor Lune. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this Starskiff. Baiheng, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky. Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next. Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Xianzhou's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yanqing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you? Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like
you never forgot.
Lunar flare.
Blade of Moon.
The dead return! Receive divinity. Repay. Fail to set you.
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world.
Can't be. Don't think about running.
This spear still recognizes you as its master. Do you know who crafted it for you?
it's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
The dead return! A miracle.
Blade of Moon.
Fail to set you. Too little. You'll be overtimed.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Danfeng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Danheng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunay's. Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
This spear is sharp enough to pierce dragon scales. Be careful, High Elder, lest you hurt yourself with it.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword, but he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature, but when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsmen. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
He transformed into a long-life species?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid Imbibitor Lunay in resurrecting his deceased companion. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingliu. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Dunhung, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. But who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look. Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she
won't live much longer.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core essae and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Today's her last day on the Luofu.
What a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. It won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Dunhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
I can smell the herbs. It's a Hey! Give me back my medicine box! That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away! There's an even bigger monster protecting this one! When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
The head returns! Your end approaches.
Go Navi!
it for me.
Bloom. Repay.
Fail to set you.
Lunar flame.
Receive divinity.
The dead return!
Fail to set you.
Alright, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations. You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit. And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes, and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment. And the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosia Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend. Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years. If I remember correctly, the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen. Yanqing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for Jingliu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Yanqing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye. A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion. Jingyuan, Is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jingliu, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death. We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Xianzhou lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Yanqing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, why? Why did you and Imbibitor Lune commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer. Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away. Like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Imbibiter Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Yanqing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibiter Lunae.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another. Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth. Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today. I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did? Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
I will see it through.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now. I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Hmm.